Hi there, welcome to this Open SDG tutorial on how to upgrade your live site to the latest release version. This tutorial will cover how to implement changes to each of the necessary repositories to upgrade to the newest version of Open SDG. The reason why we want to upgrade the live site to the most recent release is that it helps to resolve issues and bugs that users have encountered. Further, it allows you to customize and implement new features added to the platform. For example, in this tutorial, I'll be upgrading my production site to 1.6.0, which offers the option of adding reporting progress to each indicator on the goal page. Without making the upgrade, this functionality would not be possible. Before you begin, make sure you have completed all the necessary steps required to create staging and production site and data repositories. The steps needed for this can be found in the videos on how to create an OpenSDG platform and how to create a production site, both of which are available on the Code YouTube channel. You also need to ensure you have set up secrets to allow automatic deployment of your staging data to the production environment. This tutorial does not require any technical expertise. In this demonstration, I'll be upgrading my repositories to 1.6.0 because at the time of publication, this is the latest release of OpenSDG. However, if you're upgrading to a more recent version, the principles are exactly the same. The OpenSDG documentation provides thorough notes on how to upgrade to each release. A link to this can be found in the description below. Firstly, navigate to your staging site and data repositories. We'll be making two changes in the data repository to upgrade to STG Build and Stg Translations 1.6.0. In the staging data repository, first make a feature branch called Feature 1.6.0. Change this accordingly depending on which version of OpenSDG you're upgrading to. On this feature branch, you need to click into Scripts and then into Requirements.txt. In this file, you need to change the STG build line to point at 1.6.0. Commit these changes to your branch and then allow these to build. Once this is complete, the next step is to upgrade Stg Translations. Again, within your staging data repository, open up the config.data.yaml file. Now we're going to be changing the tagline under the translations header, so click the pencil to edit the file. We need this to point at 1.6.0, so change the tagline to the latest release version and commit these changes to your branch. Then let this build and complete. Now we move on to changes in the staging site repository. Ensure you are on the correct feature branch before beginning. First, we need to update the version of OpenSDG, so click into the config.yaml file and change the remote theme line to point at 1.6.0. Commit these changes to your branch and then let this build. If you want to monitor its progress, you can do so in the Actions tab. Next, we need to update the version of Jekyll Open SDG plugins to 1.6.0. To do this, we go into the gem file and edit the line of Jekyll Open SDG plugins, changing it to the most recent version. In this case, this is 1.6.0. Let this workflow run and wait for it to complete. Now you've made all the necessary changes to upgrade to 1.6.0, you can add some functionality if you wish to do so. Notes on how to do this and what functionality you can add are available in the OpenSDG documentation found in the video description. For 1.6.0, this is adding the new metadata reporting functionality and the ability to configure reporting progress. Guidance on how to use the new metadata report can be found on a separate video on the Code YouTube channel. The next step is to create pull requests in your data and site repositories to merge the changes to the staging environment. Beginning in the data repository, click Create Pull Request and set the base as the develop branch with the changes coming from your feature branch. Once you've clicked Create Pull Request, leave it for a few minutes for the checks to complete. Once the checks are complete, click Merge Pull Request and then Confirm Merge to finalize merging the changes to the development branch. You can delete this branch if you wish to do so. Now we're going to repeat these steps for the site repository. So go to Pull Requests and click New Pull Request, setting the base as the development branch and comparing your feature branch. Click Create Pull Request. You can look at the changes you've made down below. So then click Create Pull Request again, and now you'll have to wait a few minutes for the checks to complete before you can merge your branches. And then when these checks have completed, click on Merge Pull Request and then Confirm Merge. And then once again, if you want to delete this branch, you can do so here. Now we want to make a check of the staging site to ensure the functionality and links are working as expected. You can access it by going to the staging site repository, clicking on Settings and then Pages. The link should be at the top. Make sure the links work effectively on all your pages and that you can transition back and forth from the high contrast mode. If you are happy with the staging site, return to your data repository, ready to deploy to the production environment. If you encounter an issue, you'll need to create a feature branch to rectify it. Navigate back to your data repository. We're now going to deploy to the production environment by going on Pull Requests, New Pull Requests, and this time setting the base as the master branch with the changes coming from the development branch. Check here that the changes are as you expected, and assuming that they are, you can then click Create Pull Request to merge to the production site. Give your pull request a title. I call mine 1.6.0 for simplicity, but something that will identify to everyone that you're upgrading the live site, and then click Create Pull Request. Once again, you'll have to leave this for a few minutes to build fully. Once the checks have completed, you can merge this as before. The final step now is to complete this deployment to the production environment in your site repository. So once again, go on Pull Requests, New Pull Request, and again setting the base as a master branch. Click Create Pull Request, and then once again you're going to have to wait a couple of minutes here for the checks to complete before you can merge this pull request. Once the checks have passed, you can click Confirm Merge to merge to the production site. Now we want to make one final check of the live site to ensure everything is working as expected. Navigate to your production site repository, click on Settings, and then onto Pages, and then on the live site ensure that everything is working as expected. You may need to refresh the page to bring about all the changes. Today you have seen how to upgrade your live site to the latest version of Open SDG by making changes to your staging repositories. If you want to learn more about the specific features added to 1.6.0 or in any other upgrade, consult the SDG documentation. This is the end of the tutorial. You should now be able to upgrade your Open SDG platform. To learn more, check out our other videos, see our Twitter at OpenSDG, or visit our website at open-sdg.org.